On Days of Our Lives today, Leo tells Gwen about her new crush. Megan gives Lie his orders, Harris goes along with Kate's scheme, and Nicole worries about EJ's departure. Gwen exits the restroom wearing a robe to find Leo reading her laudatory essay about Dimitri. He claims that Lady Guinevere of Rizchechia has a crush on the murderous kidnapper. She acknowledges feeling a bond. Gwen calls Leo jealous when he teases her for being gentle with Dimitri. Leo responds that Dimitri has a hidden agenda. As Kristen was reading his interview, Dimitri suddenly came into the Dimera great room. He is taken aback that his mother isn't present to learn about it. He is encouraged to share the details with Auntie Kristen by Kristen. He acknowledges that he enjoyed his lunch with Gwen since she could relate to his experiences. He specifically designed those life events to enchant her. Kristen chuckles. She cautions him not to reveal too much before reminding him that Megan has plans for his fortune. She's actually assembling an army. Dimitri is aware that his mother always has a strategy in place. Megan tells Lie that Stefan's death is in the works after EJ overheard their conversation. She reassures him that EJ is imprisoned in the wine cellar and is unaware of his involvement. She only needs Lie to concentrate on getting rid of Stefan. "You don't really believe that I'm going to murder him, do you?" he asks with astonishment. Lie is reassured by Megan that she wouldn't entrust that to a novice who couldn't do it correctly the first time. They require someone with ice coursing through them, someone who is prepared to kill, and she is very certain of who it is. In an effort to find EJ, Nicole bangs on Stefan's door. She hasn't heard from him since last night, and they have an appointment with a doctor he located for her high-risk pregnancy. Stefan implies that EJ values sabotaging him more than having a child with her. Nicole wouldn't cancel the appointment because she knows how much the baby meant to EJ. Harris consents to manage Megan for Kate in the park. He won't kill her, but he will exile her somewhere she will never be able to return. He should also go after Dimitri, Kate advises. Instead of abducting the two, Harris decides to carry out their initial objective. Lie explains that Harris was deprogrammed at the flat. She grinned. That doesn't mean she can't rewire him to obey her commands, though. She gives Lie the order to find Dr. Rolf to execute that. Lie says consider it finished. At the estate, Kristen informs Dimitri that she is only doing it to gain custody of Rachel from his mother. To defend herself against Belle, Brady's attack dog sister, she will require legal representation. Despite dating Brady's brother, she wants to approach Sloane about the position. Armed with Sloane's preferred vintage champagne, Kristen intends to charm her. She moves toward the basement. Gwen and Leo are sitting on a bed when Gwen inquires about Dimitri's potential ulterior motivation. Leo assumes he took advantage of her to repair his reputation. Gwen claims there was real attraction between them. She is still grieving the loss of Xander, Leo reminds her. She believes that a dangerous, wealthy hottie is the ideal partner for doing that. Hottie wants to murder him, Leo exclaims. Gwen believes she can convince Dimitri that Leo isn't the loudmouthed, very annoying individual everyone believes him to be. Megan encounters Stefan as she enters her house. If she reviewed the proposal he and Gabby made, he inquires. She mentions putting it in the flames in a flash and how it gave her some inspiration. They'll discuss later, he says, and he departs. Assuming you're still alive, Dimitri Megan chuckles Megan as she enters the great room. She is overjoyed to see Gwen so taken with him. He confesses that he feels the same way and inquires about Megan's army. She tells him that she would keep him in mind in all she does. Where's Kristen, she queries. She's in the wine cellar, according to Dimitri. As Dimitri departs, Megan scurries to the covered entrance. Kristen discovers EJ chained to a chair in the cellar. She is reminded of a game she and Brady used to play as she struggles to untangle the knots. EJ exclaims, "You, now not. Not ever." He shares with her Megan's intentions for Stefan, and Kristen makes a move to find something to cut the ropes with. A gun is brought in by Megan. Leo says he can't accept Gwen and Dimitri's developing relationship in their room. Gwen becomes increasingly uneasy as she suspects a ruse. Dimitri approaches the door carrying flowers. Lie bumps into Stefan as she lumbers into the square. He is thanked by Stefan for allowing the divorce to proceed without incident. Lee congratulates him on his engagement to Gabby and lets him know she knows. They exchange handshakes. Lie frowns as Stefan leaves the scene. Sadly, you won't survive long enough to exchange vows. Kristen is seated next to EJ in the dungeon, chained to a chair. She admits their sister is more cruel than she originally believed. In fact, following Stefan, they might be her next victims. EJ concurs, but is concerned Nicole will push Megan aside in order to approach him first. Nicole receives a text message informing her that EJ must cancel the appointment as she waits impatiently for him at the hospital. Megan is tapping on her phone as she exits the covert tunnel. Harris approaches her with a stern face. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Daily Bulletin News, and stay with us.